Chapter 3. I am someone that experienced a terrible childhood, so I have a lot to read to you guys right now, okay? I'm reading from my book, The Purple Cinderella. Y'all ready? Okay. Chapter 3. By the time I had become Pretty Mama, everyone called me Pretty Mama. Who was Lillie? I didn't know that person. She was gone. The Purple Cinderella was in full speed. Whenever any of them would touch me, I loved it. James, Tootie, Varmint Goliath, Fat, Ting, Uncle Johnny, etc., etc. The list goes on. I was young, but I was loving it. I loved the touch of it. I loved the feel of it. I was demonic, but at that moment, I didn't realize it. I picked up each of their spirits. Every demon they had, even the ones that they picked up from other men and women, I carried them all. Soul ties. Demonic soul ties. No more Lillie. I was Pretty Mama. I thought that name was cute, but it was a curse. A curse that wasn't reversed until later in my adult life. By this time, my mom, my real mom, Lillie, I ain't gonna give you her whole name, but anyway, had died. I was told that she died from a heart attack. I didn't know my mom, so okay. I never knew her, so it didn't have any effect on me. I went to her funeral and I didn't shed a tear. I was cold and unharmed by her death. Honestly, I had become self-centered. I was always being told that how pretty I was. Every man that I knew would always tell me how pretty I was. I was young, but it went to my head. All that I knew was I was Pretty Mama, and that was all that mattered. There were signs of actual abuse, but everyone was so busy that they didn't care to notice. I would go to school, and every day I would fight for absolutely no reason at all. As soon as I would get off the bus, I was ready to fight. I was going to make somebody pay the price for my pain that I couldn't explain. I was pretty, but my fight and bite were cruel. I would beat up the boys and girls. I knew something was wrong with me, but I didn't know how to understand it. I didn't know why I was fighting every day, but someone was going to pay the price for my unexplained pain. Thank you for coming to my live. Hello, Yolanda. I love you. I love all of you guys in my chat. The crazy thing was, I was very book smart. Yes, I would fight in school, but I made good grades in school. My father would always say that he just couldn't understand me. He told me that I was very smart, but I would get in trouble just about every day. Well, I didn't understand it either. One day, while I was in school, I had disrespected my teacher. I was sent to the principal's office. Oh boy, Miss Whitney had it in for me. She never liked me. She said she was tired of seeing my face. So she pulled out the big black paddle and reached to hit me. Well, Lillie, the purple Cinderella, wasn't having it. She hit me with the paddle and I turned around and hit her back. Yes, I hit the principal back. God call of all the prayer warriors. I hit the principal back. I hit her in her face. She stood there in shock. She looked back at me again. She told me that she hated me. I felt a sad pain, but I didn't know how to connect with that pain. I thought I taught myself not to feel pain and not to cry. I never cried as a child. I felt a tear wanting to come down, but my eyes couldn't form the teardrop. I remember telling myself crying is for sissies. Sissies were a very unkind word that we used back then. And yes, my father taught us that it wasn't a kind word. But I wasn't going to be a sissy, a crybaby. Miss Whitney said, "What kind of kid are you?" And she said, "Where did you come from?" I was even lost for words, but I refused to cry or apologize. So she called my dad to come pick me up, but my dad wasn't at home. He was at work. My stepbrother, Fat, came to pick me up. Well, I was excited because I had gotten used to this actual abuse. I was used to the pain. I accepted the pain. I even fell in love with the pain. When we got to the house, my stepmom was asleep, so no one else was there. I performed actual acts that only grown-ups should know about. My favorite thing was oral. He told me that I couldn't stop until I got it right. Naive as I was up for the challenge. Each time that I would do it to them, I became better and better. I became great. Without me knowing better, I thought it was something for me to be proud of. That is chapter 3 from my book, The Purple Cinderella. You can find my book on Amazon. It comes in paperback and ebook. If you like an autograph copy, go to my description in the chat and go to my website and message me. My website link is in my description. You can message me through my website. Again, this is my book, The Purple Cinderella, Surviving Multiple Childhood, Rapists. So that is some of the trauma that I experienced as a kid. I experienced every form of trauma you can think of as a kid. I thank God that I am sitting here tonight to share with you my trauma. I want you to be comfortable with me to book a session with me. And I also want you all to feel comfortable enough to book your free 15-minute sessions with me. Go to my description. In the description, my website address is there. You can message me through my website, okay? So we're going to continue.